Today, we will show you two different forms in housing, and maybe for the first time, we will tell you that housing is a nutrition. Hello, dear viewers and thinkers who listen to our content all over the world. The subject of our conversation is nutrition, and that nutrition has three levels that you may not have heard before. One level is physical nutrition, another level is mental nutrition, and one level is spiritual nutrition. In the field of physical nutrition, we are nourished through the five senses: eating by mouth, seeing through the eyes, hearing through the ears, smelling through the nose, and touching. Today, we will show you two different forms in housing, and maybe for the first time, we will tell you that housing is a nutrition. We have two types of nutrition: a favorable nutrition and an unfavorable nutrition. In unfavorable nutrition, we have cube-shaped spaces that make up most of the buildings today. And maybe we were all born in these buildings, and maybe in this same building. Let's finish our lives, but the fact is that these buildings, with that sharp angles and these flat surfaces and with flat roofs, will never be desirable for us. Therefore, we must dare to expand and invent new movements in the field of construction, so that we can have good nutrition in the field of construction and housing. We invite you to the innovative building designed by our team. Join us in the next video.
Right now, you probably think that we're on Mars. But in truth, this is a project that our team has been working on for years, using dome houses with inspiration from Iranian architecture. As you can see, these dome houses are based on circular forms and shapes, and it's as if you're living in an igloo. Our experience from living in round, spherical, and hemispherical houses throughout these years is very, very interesting and worth serious consideration. Also, the final cost for building these is less than the conventional cubic house. The wind resistance and spherical shape makes the space very different for the people living in these houses. What we want to bring to your attention, our dear audience, is that these circular shapes are nutritious and sustenance in and of itself. Previously, you saw cubic shapes, and now the circular shapes. And in the future, we will show you the inner space and design, which will show you how different these two spaces are. Now, how do we prepare these two spaces for our sustenance? Due to the lack of angles and everything having a circular form, those who live in these spherical spaces are at more ease from a neurological perspective, and their spiritual sustenance, which comes from these spaces and shapes, will be far more soothing and effective. We hope that you accompany us in the future so that we can show the inner space and design of these spherical shapes and eliminate the presumption that these kind of structures are only seen in Mars and space projects. They are easily replicable, and people can use the beauty and benefits within these circular shapes in their lives.